Time management techniques. If you're anything like me, you have always struggled with managing your time. Hello, I'm Tolanda Rogers. Welcome to my neighborhood. I am all about helping people to develop a calm, peaceful, and high quality life through these pep talks so that we can deal with this world of chaos around us. It has helped me, and so I'd like to share some things that I've been learning to help others. So, um, I'd like to talk about a situation that I struggled with in the past, always being late. Being late has been the hallmark of my life for many years. It no longer is, but it was something that really affected my everyday life all the time. And I remember it was learning that it was a mindset shift. You know, it's not about being somewhere right at the time, but being realistic about extra things that could happen in between those times that you're probably not thinking about when you plan things. So I learned that when I was able to effectively plan my days, I learned how things would flow in my life. So, for instance, I work in the morning teaching my classes, and then I do some things in the afternoon with my children, and I have a break, and then I work again in the evening. And among all of that, I have other things I do in between. If my time is not managed well, I will lose clients. I will drop the ball all the time with just family life and taking care of the household, and it would just be a mess. So I had to learn this. And one of the things that I learned is to always prepare my mind ahead of things. For example, if I knew that I had to be somewhere at 8 o'clock in the morning, I would never just, I used to in the past just say, okay, I gotta be there by 8 o'clock. Okay, I'll leave about this time, I'll pull up at 8. No, you don't think pull up at 8. No, you say, okay, I need to arrive there at 7:30. And that gives me wiggle room so that, let's say something happens, traffic, blah, blah, blah. But at least I know I have that goal in mind to arrive to the place at 7:30. Okay, and then once I get there at 7:30, I have plenty of time to collect myself, to prepare for whatever it is, whether it's a doctor's appointment or something for my children, or anything that's important that I need to attend. And it has helped my anxiety so much. It brought it way down because no longer was I dealing with the frantic feeling of, I'm like, this happened. I'm so sorry. We had traffic and I didn't. It was none of that. Now, yes, there are some things that are way beyond our control and things can happen, like extenuating circumstances. But 9 times out of 10, the problem is us. It's, what it takes, how long it takes for you to do different things. You might not know right off the top of your head, but you learn that. And so now when I plan things, I always plan thinking ahead of the schedule. So I have many things I have to do that are time sensitive. And at first I thought, there's no way I can do this. I am not the type of person who is good with time. Not at all. And I struggled over the years. And there were situations where, I kind of got in trouble at my workplaces. In trouble, that's always a weird thing for me because I'm like, I'm grown. But whatever. In trouble. The boss would say, hey, I noticed you've been late. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm just trying. I couldn't get it. But now I've got it. And I realized I had to change my mindset. And so if you struggle with time management, you really have to um, be more realistic in your goals and don't schedule things so close together. For example, if I know I have an appointment at 10 o'clock and maybe my appointment might be done by 10:30, but I'm not so sure, I'm not going to plan an appointment for 10:45. That's still too tight. I'm going to say, I would give myself, really, to be realistic, an hour after that, and say, okay, I have an appointment at 10 o'clock and it'll last till 10:30. Okay, so I can possibly do something at 11 o'clock. Actually, even for me, I probably would say 11:30. So that's an example. You always want to just push it ahead, because 9 times out of 10, something crazy is going to happen. Either, usually it's your fault, but let's say it's traffic or some other extenuating circumstance. It's going to happen and you're going to be like losing your mind, frantic, like, oh my gosh. And then, for me, I always felt bad. Like, I didn't mean to. It wasn't in my heart to be late. It's just that I couldn't figure out how to do it that would effectively help me to get everything done in a timely fashion. And so people, felt disrespected, but I was like, no, I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out. But still, people didn't feel that way. And so I really had to work on that. But I'm telling you, if you have to be somewhere at a certain time, give yourself at least, I would say, for me, this is me, someone who really struggled with this all my life, 30 to 45 minutes extra, because that way I know I'm going to be way ahead of schedule. And think, on time always means early. On time does not mean pulling up at the time. On time is early. So if you have to walk into the building at 8 o'clock, you are already parked at 7:30, 7:40, so that you can collect yourself and you can walk in the building at 8 o'clock. Not pulling up at 8 o'clock, running in the building, looking frantic, driving yourself crazy, causing more worry and anxiety in your life, and then getting on everyone else's nerves and affecting everyone else's lives. See, it has a ripple effect. It's not just you that you're affecting, it's affecting everyone else who might have a tight time schedule as well. So I want to talk more on this. I will have some more tips and stories to share. This video is getting a little bit too long, so I will come back with another video about time management. Hope this helps. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to help get my videos out to more people who could benefit from this. Enjoy your day.